Now we're going to get into the drone attack.
Yes.
Okay, so this is what happened in Jingzhou in Hubei.
So I didn't think
yesterday.
I thought it was a huge deal, but I didn't know what a big deal it was until I saw all the posts getting pulled.
Yeah,
and it's interesting because we found this military website that still had some stuff up about it. But originally, before all that happened, before that military website had any info, this was going around the Chinese internet before it was getting pluck, pluck, pluck. Yep. And that's what made us pay attention to it. Like, why are they pulling all these videos?
Exactly. Now, this is a guy charging his EV. Okay. As you can see, all EVs these days have cameras built into it.
You mean spy cars?
Yeah, I mean, it does get a little worrying when you find out that China has been testing all of its EVs on roads in America. I think, they map millions of kilometers in California or something, right? Stupid amount like that. But yeah, they've got cameras, and this guy's busy topping up his EV, which will take him like 2 hours or something. And I'd like you to pay attention to the very top one. Yeah, take a look. Bam. Don't know if you saw. Don't worry, I did zoom it in. He's like, whoa, runs off. And then he's like, what'll I do?
People are getting threatened in the chat right now.
Oh, yeah. So he's like...
documenting you. So keep it up, guys.
So he unplugs his EV. He's going to go plug it back in there or whatever. And then he's like, whoa, what am I going to do? I should probably get out of here. And then I think he just kind of panics or something. He's already unplugged his car. And he's like, okay, I'm going to open my door.
It's an interesting perspective.
And then he's like, okay, I'm out.
I'm out. He
Peace
just
out.
runs. Yeah,
he runs off. Okay, so here I slowed it down. You can see it up there. Can you see it? You can see it's got a very long wingspan.
Yeah.
And one of the wings looks like it came off.
Yeah.
Bam.
Wow, that really blew up, into the stadium.
Yeah.
That's during the Olympic Games stadium in Hubei, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yeah, it's an Olympic stadium. See, this one other car was smart and got the hell out of there real quick. Let's see. Here we can see it again in super slow-mo. There it comes in. Smack. And you can clearly see that it is a Chinese drone. A military drone.
Yeah, I think was it the Ukraine military that identified it?
Yeah. So this is right after the explosion. Oh, get us out of here.
Yeah, the source is in the description, by the way.
Oh, look, bollards.
Oh, there's bollards. High quality bollards.
I'm going to pause it there for a second. You can see the landing gear over there.
I think this is probably how they identified it.
Well, it's part of how they identified it, yeah. This is obviously after it's all calmed down. Got some emergency services there, a lot of looky-loos. So they're just saying plane, like a plane has crashed.
Nobody knows it's a Wuhan Fiji at that point, probably.
Yeah, it is.
Without person plane, that's a drone.
Exactly. Unmanned aircraft. Yeah. Okay, there's a picture of what the drone looks like. You can compare
the Yilong 2H.
Yeah, that's right. It's the Yilong 2H drone.
I think they mean loon.
Yeah, it's a loon. Now, apparently, this is part of the debris. Of course, we can't 100% confirm, but this is according to an article that we found. Which is in the description, by the way. You can go and read it and make up your own mind.
But this was pulled like lightning off the Chinese internet.
Yeah.
When people started sharing the videos. There's such a rapid response to pulling it that it clearly is a big deal to China. I don't know if they don't want people to know what kind of drones they're testing or something. It's obviously some sort of secret.
Now, the thing is, these drones are military drones. They can be used for civilian use. Like, for instance, in a disaster, they can be used to...
well, I think what you meant was they can create a civilian disaster.
They can.
Like they just
they
did.
can.
Yeah.
They can be used to facilitate communications and whatever, survey things and all that. But of course, it's a military drone, which is quite clearly a knockoff of American drones. You can tell. Yeah, they did. They stole the design.
Oh, okay.
100% stole.
Gotcha.
But if we go back to the actual crash footage right here, you can see. Wait for
There's like one frame where you can kind of see it, like clearly. Semi-clearly. Yeah, those wings are super long.
You could tell. Look, it's got the split tail as well. It's kind of upside down now. It's the profile of it doesn't look like any kind of like a light aircraft or anything like that. The wingspan's too long. It's got that split tail.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at it, it's definitely one of those drones. So a Chinese military drone, whether it was intentional or not, I'm pretty sure it wasn't intentional, but a Chinese military drone has crashed into one of their stadiums.
Yeah, there's a lot of some of the discussion around it was like, why did they attack attack?
Exactly. Well, I mean, it's hard to say, but it's a drone attack.
Yeah.
There we go. That's what it looks like normally.
That's pretty wild. And it was interesting around all this hubbub about all this drone stuff that's been happening in the U.S. It's interesting that something actually did physically materialize in China around this time.
Yeah, exactly.
Surrounding that. Anyway, the source is down below. Check it out for yourself.
Now, there's an interesting thing here because in the footage, you can tell as it's plummeting towards the stadium that it is missing a wing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is the missing wing.
Ah, the missing wing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't want to harp on too much about this, guys, but if we go back and you look at the actual plane falling down, take a look. Let's get it in its slow-mo form over here. Can you see?
Yeah.
It's missing a wing.
Yeah.
It's got one very long wing on one side and there's one wing missing.
Yeah.
See that? It's a one-winged drone.
Yeah. Probably not going to fly very well like that.
Well, of course, that's why it crashed. But that would explain that picture we have of the missing wing. There.
Yep.
There we are. So, drone attack on China by a Chinese military drone.
Yep.
Intentional or not. Cell phone for sure. Own goal, as we'd say.
Yeah.
The Royal Rumble is coming.
The annual The China Show's Royal Rumble is this year's main event.
Characters from the China Show come out one by one and they bring their beef.
The first year, Jaunty had a great performance.
Great.
But he wasn't so lucky the following year.
Tractor bulldozed Ballsack for a stunning victory in year 2.
Winston, Jaunty's been looking for his second victory. But he's really, for lack of better words, pissed at the Haze Runner because he, in fact, is the fastest man in the world.
I'm the fastest man in the world. Nobody can stop me.
Not that wheezing maniac.
Also, don't forget, the new kid on the block, or should I say new brick in the wall, Mason, who's really angry with his neighbor Salte Waters, who plays his music too loud.
What a wonderful song. How come I've never heard it before?
It's been a little too much for Rick,
Wow, that's a little too much for me.
who's been replaced by Raging Roger. This is the feud of the year.
Join us at the Xiaoban Ho live tier to watch this year's main event, this year's Royal Rumble, as it happens with live commentary from C-Milk and Winston. You will be there and you will enjoy it. You will follow us, okay?
You'll follow me, okay?
Or you can support us at any other tier level to see it after it airs live.
Don't forget, you can gift patron memberships and bring the joy of the Royal Rumble to your family this season.
We'll see you in the ring on December 23rd at 5 p.m. EST. Be there or the frog gets peed on.